Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Radical Series for Race 6 from Sardegna. One of the ones where we get to see the church that now has a new roof, Ray.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And so see Steve F1 leading the championship by 5 points. Demon R a wee bit back.
Yeah. Out of the title fight, I reckon, for sure. And then we've got that epic battle we kind of talked about last week with sort of SRI Critical, Nelly, Art Pal, ever so close. Jimmy and the rest of the guys also very close. And then very close even further down. So it's all around very close.
Yep. Of course, championship it's been.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. SGP's not on pole position. Although he was fastest in all of the practice, Conrad came along and stole pole position by nearly 0.8 of a second ahead of SGP.
Yeah, was he down back? I thought he wasn't coming. And then third place, Steve F1. And then Demon R in 4th place.
Yep, Jason in 5th place. I've got an interesting thing to tell you about the Swedish in a little while. Art Pal, 6th place for him. Nelly, he's got a new wheel actually, 7th place for him.
SRI, 8th. 9th, Twilight. 10th, Critical. And 11th, Gary. Have a couple of drivers not making and never messaged the page.
Rich
Little
Blues,
assholes.
Jimmy, Hey. Bob did though, but we're at 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go! Oh, it looked like Connor got a little bit of a slow getaway from the line. SGP's got a run on him already. Steve F1 getting the slipstream. And this could get interesting down into turn 1. Steve F1 actually looks... Yeah, goes up the inside. I don't know who's going to benefit the most here. Let's see if they can survive turn 1. Demon R having a cheeky look in between the two Steves there. A couple of guys dipping wheels as they all manage to get through turns 1, 2 and 3. And on the short version, this is where we turn left and go into Radrian's Wall. But here we turn left and then right and make our way towards church. Oh, SGP and Steve F1 side by side.
Yeah, and here we are coming up to that church. Steve F1 and SJP championship contenders battling it out. I hope they're saying their praise as they go past.
I think they might be. Demon R is under a bit of pressure from Jason. Conrad broken away a little bit of that battle between the two Steves and definitely holding them up. Looks like Jason's got a great run. Oh no, tucks back in behind Demon R. Maybe trying to get that bit of slipstream. Looks to the outside. Now looks to the inside. He's got the run as well. Art Pal on the... Oh, he had the run, but now he's got punted.
Yeah, I didn't see who that was, but yeah, Jason going for a move ended up getting collected from behind, and it's kind of stopped his challenge. Art Pal going for the move up the hill. This is a tricky corner.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah, tagged the barrier. To be honest, it's still crashing actually. I was kind of holding my breath when Art Pal and Jason went sort of in there side by side, because as you mentioned, it's a tricky corner. Probably the most difficult on this layout of the track actually. Final corner, flat out though, as on the pack cam, looks like Art Pal's got a bump draft on Jason, SGP's got a bump draft on Steve F1. Conrad has no bump draft, but he's going fast anyway.
Yeah, I don't think much tyre wear is an issue here. I think they can do, what was it, 8 laps I heard or something?
Well, in practice, some were doing 5 and the tyres were dying, some were able to do 7 or 8. But let's not forget, folks, that the drivers are not allowed to enter the pits until they have started lap 4. If anyone wants to know why that is. Because Stone Cold Tyres said so. But no, in the actual Radical Real Life series, they do have a pit window, so the pits are closed for the first few laps. So we've mirrored that. Okay, while I was sort of waffling there, I didn't really look at anything that's actually happening on the track. So go on, Ray, fill us in. Right, don't fill me in. I don't want to get pregnant.
We can see Art Pal and Jason and Toy, that wee group still battling away.
Yeah, that they are on the pack cam. Jason's having a look up into the hairpin like he did on Demon R. He may have the move here on Art Pound. Let's see who appears. No, they're still side by side.
Yeah, I think with the tight corner, Jason can't get off onto the accelerator quick enough, but he's in front now. He's in front now.
Ah, that he is. Actually, you saying that Jason can't get off brings me to I mentioned about I have a Swedish thing to talk about. Yeah. Did you know, in Swedish, the word gratunka means to cry while masturbating? Which might not seem that interesting until you think, well, actually, the fact they've got a word for that is a real tearjerker.
Why? I like that one.
Okay, now the main straight, it's very busy on the pack camp behind these boring four up at the front. 4 wide, now 3 wide, 2 wide.
3 wide. Art's got a better run.
Look at the track map in the top right corner.
Somebody's in the pits.
Somebody is in the pits, and it isn't Gary. We saw him pit early last week. Somebody else has done that this week. As that battle on the pack camp still going on. Jason's broken away a little bit now. Clearly, he's not Dunker anymore.
There's one person we can't see in that pack battle that should be there, and that's SRI.
Ooh, okay. Right, so well, let's see. So we've got Critical, Gary, Nelly, Twilight's in there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, SRI is. I think he's the one that had pitted. Okay, into the hairpin, the guys go. They've done well to get through there side by side and kick up.
I don't know why SRI's done that. We'll need to remind them.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Exactly. Arpal, Twilight, try and go side by side again. They get through the corner. Lovely. Side by side into the penultimate corner. Hairpin. I mean, I was thinking, SRI hit him. I mean, I can't imagine it was a tactical, maybe it was a tactical get out of the pack. Maybe just forgetting for a moment the rules, but yeah. Should know the rules now, though, that because he's pitted 2 laps early, he's going to have to pit this lap and then lap 4. Okay, Twilight,
He should have known the rules in the first place. He was part of the one that set them.
Exactly, and part of the one that we talked about it a lot last week. But yeah, Twilight bumped after Artpal down the main straight there. Good decision. Although it's kind of biting him a little bit here, and didn't have the best of first corners. But it, benefited them both down the main straight. And I think that's one of the reasons why in this top 4 at the moment, right, I don't think we're really seeing anyone battle or attack each other, because if they do, they'll lose a lot of time. Oh, Artpal! I think has just had a massive tank slapper into the barrier.
Yeah, I can't see it, but yeah, see Demon R, he's on the back of SGP now, so is the track coming to Demon R, is he warmed up enough now?
Maybe. Perhaps getting into his rhythm. Conrod's still got a nice little gap at the front. Jason's to the head of Critical. I'm going to sneeze. And I usually sneeze twice. That one was a cough because the sneeze didn't come. Oh, you could have filled in the commentary, mate.
Well, you were talking. I don't want to talk over you when you were giving the description of your sneeze. Yeah.
Well, now you have to analyse my sneeze. Oh, Critical is side by side with Artpal. Artpal making the move up the inside, actually. Critical going for a switch back.
Boys.
That's on the pack cam. Go on.
Yeah, Artpal got slide on in the middle of the corner, so Critical might come back at him. I've seen his wheels spin up a bit. Yeah, Critical's there. Artpal's having to keep it nice and tight. It's going to be 3 wide coming into turn 1.
It is, and SGP has dived into the pit. Stephen R now on the back of Steve F1. I think Artpal had the slipstream from Jason. Yes, he did, so he's managed to pull ahead of Critical. but SGP pitting at the end of lap 4. Well, you mentioned about 8 laps. That would give him 16 to go. Maybe he's going for a long couple of stints. Jason being passed now by Art Panel. Jason coming back at him, actually, there we see it. As Demon Art has really closed that gap up to Steve F1, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it seems like as the laps are going on, he's getting a wee bit more confident in the car and picking up a bit more speed. And we'll see some of the drivers, that's how they'll start off slow, and then once they get a little bit more confident in the car and realise how it's going to be around this track, they become that little bit faster. I think Jason's one of the great examples. The first half of the race, he's usually nowhere, and in the second half of the race,
he's all over the place.
The speed comes from somewhere.
Yeah, the hardness. No, Jesus, don't do that. Nelly being attacked by Formula Gary up towards the left-hand king, critical there as well. So left-hand king, it's right-hand king into a left-hand, very quick corner. Although if you're under pressure, it's so easy to go deep at that. But I mentioned that that's probably the trickiest corner of the track, and we actually haven't seen that many people suffer, at least not yet. Anyway, okay, let's see if anybody else is going to be diving into the pits on the back cam. Yes. Yep. What?
Demon I've just went into the pits. Let's see MD here. Don't know, I think I've seen somebody late going in.
Maybe. Conrod's carrying on. Be interested to see if Steve F1 and Demon R take on any fuel. It might not be a bad idea to do so, as Nelly trying to put some pressure on Art Pal. Those guys pitting will help Jason a little bit here, because the car directly behind him now will not have any benefit of boost. So Jason may be able to pull away a little bit from Art Pal. Art Pal's got a chance of pulling away a little bit from Nelly, as Steve F1 and Demon R exiting the pits inside each other. So I believe they will have... Oh, Nelly! God, critical! Synchronised smack you. That's a different name for an orgy, by the way. Oh, critical! God, seconds!
He's put the power down too quickly.
That he has.
That's like Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah,
he's still there.
Go on, critical, you can do it. Okay, so SGP... I didn't see whether he took any fuel on board. Conrad still got quite a bit of life in his tyres. Be interesting to see if he's going to react to the fact that the others that were in the top 3 with him have pitted, or whether he's just going to keep going till the tyres go off.
But he was taking it out.
SGP did take fuel.
Well, 6 laps, so how is he going to put this lap, or is that magical 8 going to come in? As we see Demon R and Steve F1 side by side, critical trying to get in there. He's went down the order with his triple spin.
Yeah, Conrad has gone on for another lap. So SGP Twilight also filled up when he pitted. So Twilight's jumped Steve F1 and Demon R by pitting a lap earlier, I think. Probably pitted the same lap as SGP.
How's this going to benefit Conrad? I'm not too sure how this is going to benefit Conrad, because Demon R, Steve F1, where's SGP? I don't know what number he's on, will have boost, so they will be catching towards Conrad after Critical in the pits in the background there.
Yeah, Nelly in the pits in the foreground. Gary also in the pits. Stephen R having a look at the inside of Steve F1. Steve F1, a little bit of slipstream off Twilight as they make their way down towards turn 1. Steve carrying the speed round the outside. It looks like he can't. Stephen R manages to get ahead. Yeah, so for Connor, it depends. 7:14.21. He could do 7:76 or 7:67 as Steve F1 coming back at Demon R into the left-right chicane. They got very, very close there, but both still going in the right direction. Jason also hasn't pitted yet. Neither has Art Pal. So maybe they are going for 7s or 8s. It looks like Steve F1 might have the move done here into Church. He's going to get slipstreamed all the way up the hill. He will have slipstream though, so he will have the benefit of that.
Yeah, what's Demon R going to do? Is he going to bomb draft him until the corner, or is he going to try and make a move? It doesn't look like he's close, but not. Doesn't look. Oh, was that because Twilight went deep? It looked as if Demon R went deep. But
I think it did, yeah. I mean, Twilight was definitely deep there. So Demon R was definitely still bump drafting Steve F1. Okay, Conrad is into the pits. Twilight is into the barrier. Oh, Steve F1 just manages to get through. Okay, let's.
Nearly nailed him there.
Yeah, let's.
Speaking of nailing, what's the difference between Jesus and a prostitute?
Oh God, I don't know. Go on.
The sound they make when you're nailing them.
Oh my goodness, that's a shock. Don't tell that on a Sunday morning. Okay, Twilight giving Demon R a bit of a bump draft now. So Conrad pitted, he's come back out. I don't think he filled his tank, so he probably got a bit of a sort of shorter stop there. SRI now closing in on the back of Twilight as Art Pal has put fuel in. Jason's carried on, so Jason's on lap number 8 here as well.
Yeah, let's see where that brings Jason out, because he was behind Demon R, wasn't he, before the pit stops?
Yeah, he was. It'd be nice to see Jason's tyres if we could, but you mentioned about like, will Conrad benefit from going longer compared to Demon R and Steve F1? Well, at the moment, the answer is yes. Because Demon R and Steve F1 have both filled their tank, it gave them a longer pit stop. Conrad didn't put much fuel in, so he's had a much shorter pit stop with SRI trying to make the move on Twilight. But also, with Conrad going that extra lap, he may be doing one less pit stop.
Demon R's fallen back a bit from Steve F1. SRI and Twilight still battling. Finally got ahead.
Yeah. I could say so many things to that comment, but I won't. If you could, what comment? Finally got ahead. Oh, a bit of wobble from SRI, manages to just stay ahead. And Jason into the pit, so we didn't get to see his tyres, but he did do an 8-lap stint. If he can do another 8-lap stint, he'll be laughing for the end of the race. You mentioned about Demon R having dropped back. He's now right up behind Steve F1 once again. Twilight still right behind SRI, but there's a bit of a gap between these two gaggles. And I think Conrad is closing in on the back of SGP. Oh, here we go. Demon R's got a run on Steve F1 down into turn 1.
Yep, Twilight's still tucked in behind SRI. He's looking, SRI's giving them the rooms, same with Demon R and Steve F1. I think Demon R just touched the sand grit or whatever you want to call it there.
Yep.
Just seen a puff of the debris. Yeah.
Okay, so into the left-right chicane. Such a tricky, well, not tricky, it's an awkward set of corners there. The first one's fine, the right after the right bugger. Okay, on the pack cam, that's Conrad looking at the back of SGP. SGP having had, what, 2 or 3, actually about 3 laps worth of fresh tyres and a bit of boost to help him get ahead of Conrad. But obviously pitting a lot earlier than Conrad, and Conrad's closed that gap right up at the hairpin.
Yeah, Jason's, he must have, he's way down because Art Pal's there in 7th place.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Jason filled the tank.
Yeah. It's a shame the camera guy's not going, it's showing his tyres and tanks. I don't know what's up with him this week.
Well, okay, Demon R still behind Steve F1, and Art Pal is closing in on Twilight! Oh, that's... Okay, keep an eye on that track map, folks. You can see Twilight is facing the wrong direction. He's doing the right thing though, isn't he?
It's not moved.
Yeah.
Still not moved. He's moving now.
Yeah, okay, battle for the lead down towards turn 1. Conrad must have had an absolutely mighty lap here, a 56.3.
Right.
It wasn't as quick as his quali lap, his pole lap, I should say, but it was a brilliantly fast lap. But let's not forget, SGP's now on 6-lap-old tyres, and he's actually battling back.
Yeah, and Conrad's got quite less fuel. So it definitely didn't fill up.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing he hasn't done either is run any headers lately.
He needs to get with that chick in.
I still think I would tell you I would have married her. She was lovely. Okay, formerly Gary on the back of Art Pal. Gary's got
anything with a pulse and 2 legs.
No, not anything. And they don't have to have 2 legs. No, I don't mean they should have more. I meant it wouldn't matter if they had amputations. They can't run away. Not unless they got Oscar Pistorius blades. Okay, Demon R is in that pack.
Is he pitted?
He must have done it. Well, pitted lap 5, so I reckon he has. Oh, Gary! Pontorino on the Scottish man. He's waited for him. No, Nelly's got into the barrier a bit there. There's Jason. So, yeah, I think Jason did fill up because Demon R has come out ahead of him, which you wouldn't expect. I mean, one thing I will say is, well, a couple of things actually. This is my first commentary in quite a while where I have not been drinking alcohol before, during or after commentary, which if I sound a bit more boring, that's why. But it's brilliant to see we've got a lot of cars close together battling throughout this race at different points as SRI looks like he's peeling off to the pitch. Jason's got a run here on Nelly, but Nelly's got the slipstream of Gary. Oh, Nelly's almost, I thought he was doing a Schumacher to Barrichello at Hungary. They definitely don't want to give each other much room there, do they? Oh, can Nelly hold on? Yes, he can. Oh, Jason switched back.
No, he's let through.
I didn't even notice that Gary had gone. Oh!
Did Nelly punt Gary?
Maybe.
See
No. I mean, maybe it was visible on the pack cam. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I mean, Gary disappeared and Nelly went slow, so I guess that is a possibility. Look at the gap Conrod's pulled out on SGP. But yeah, look at SGP's tyres. Steve F1s are in slightly better condition than SGP's because he pitted a lap later. And then we've got Art Pal, much fresher tyres.
more fuel as well.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, yeah, he felt up.
Yeah.
Where's Demon R gone?
Oh, he's up the road. Is he?
No, he's not. He's behind Nelly on the time.
What? Oh.
Is it pitted again? He can't have pitted again. What's happened to Demon R?
I have no idea.
He was in front of this group, in front of Jason. In front of Artpal, was he not? Last lap?
I thought so. Yeah, no idea. So Nelly on the back of Gary. Yeah,
What's that?
We're going to have to go back and have a look. Not right now. Okay, up towards the final corner, flat out. Right-hander, Gary on the tight line, going for the pits. Nelly critical side by side. Jason, who's he going to give the slipstream to?
I don't think it'll be Nelly after nearly his Schumacher.
Well, yeah, true. You're right, he's giving it critical. Look, Artpal's man, because of that actual crash at this corner, the last lap, it has allowed Artpal to break away a little bit as critical. Nelly, big tank slapper. Demon R is still not in the background.
See, he had that tank slapper into critical and took the place. Is that something you would do personally, or would you go, sorry, I've knocked you sideways a wee bit? Well, just throw that question out the window.
I'd let him back through just like that. Or at least I'd go, yeah, just let you through, mate. To be fair, it's an interesting question. I think one of those where you kind of side by side, you have a bit of a tank slapper. I think in reality, when both people have seen it, you just go, yeah, you know what, that happens. Making an overtake, that's fine. I think if you were on, this might sound a bit bad, but if you were on the inside, in the middle of a corner, had that and slapped the other car off the track, that'd be a different scenario. Or even if you're on the outside and you had the slap and it sent the other car off the track, then yeah, a different scenario. Still trying to wrap your brains as to what's happened to Demon R. Don't know. Let's see, he's on the pack cam. It was critical, dips a wheel.
Managed to keep it going forward, it's a good thing.
Oh, okay, I have just noticed something as well. Critical, I mean, the viewers won't be able to see this, is SGP into the pits. He had done an 8-lap stint, and guess how many laps he's got to left right?
Yeah.
Correct. Steve F1's followed him in the pits as well. Okay, so this could be interesting as to where these guys will come out regarding Demon R. Demon R pits in 3 laps.
Even if one's getting more fuel than SGP, SGP just fills up to 54%. Is it that should get to the end, I think? I don't know.
I would guess so. Steve F1's got 57%, so I would guess that can get him to the end as well. So Demon R is now ahead of them.
He's still down there in 6th place. So I can't see Demon R pitting in lap 10 and then 11.
No, I can't. Something must have happened. I ain't got a clue what, but yeah, because like I said, he was ahead of Jason. So Jason on the back of ArtPal now. Demon R is on the pack cam now behind Nelly, as Jason's got a good run on ArtPal here up the hill. Back into the slipstream. Yeah.
Something, did he miss a gear or something? Because it looked like he had a better run. He's looking into the hairpin here.
Yeah, can't quite get it done. He's the tight line. It gives you a slow exit as on the pack cam. Demon R on the back of, on the side of Nelly, making that move. And SGP right behind Nelly as well, actually making a move up the hill as Jason. Pulse wide into the left-hander. Jason takes the opportunity and gets through. There's SGP on the back of Demon R now.
Yeah, he just passed Nelly going up through that hill and corner. SGP, that was.
Yeah, critical all over the back of ArtPal now. Conrad still going, by the way, leading the race. Jason's now in second. Then we've got ArtPal critical. Then we've got Demon R SGP. Then we've got Nelly, who's closing in actually. No, he's not. He's going to the pits. There's ArtPal and critical go for the pits as well. ArtPal's going to have a good stop here. So's Nelly, because they've both got fuel. Critical needs fuel. He'll have a longer pit stop. SGP gaining on Demon R, but I think Demon R's got another pit stop to do, you know.
We're not seeing tyres yet, so hopefully the camera guy gets it, lets us see the tyres and the fuel of Demon R, so you get a little insight to if he had pitted on lap 11, but then he wouldn't get to the end, would he? That'd be what, 9 laps he would have to do?
That'd be a bit too much. Twilight running a little bit wide at the final corner. ArtPal and Nelly have had a big jump over critical in the pits, as I mentioned. SGP, I think SGP's got much fresher tyres than Demon. Yeah, he must. I'm gonna have to have a chat with Demon R and see what happened in this race. I really have no idea. So SGP gets through. Demon R didn't fight that one much, which would suggest, yeah, probably hasn't got the tyres. Although both of them, I think, may actually be closing in on Jason a little bit. We just saw a flash of Steve F1, and just as a reminder, Conrad still hasn't done his final pit stop yet. He's in the pits now. As I say that, he's going to need fuel though, Ray.
He's going to need a bit of fuel.
But what it will have, so SGP at the moment is ahead of Demon R here. Jason's going to take lead of the race, but SGP's on an 8-lap stint. He can't push. Conrad, when he comes out of the pits, he's going to be able to push. Jason in the pits, Demon R heading to the pits.
Yeah. So what happened to Demon R? That's a question.
I know what happened. He was behind Steve F1 on the exit of turn 1 and had a moment, got sideways into the barrier, lost positions. That's how he ended up in the pack. It wasn't because he'd pitted. So he was in the pack because it had a half spin. See, I knew my sources would come to me with the information. Yeah, had a half spin before going back to the pit. So yeah, that's what caused that. Okay, Conrad on the back of SRI now. SRI may get to the end. Could be risky. But Conrad on brand new tyres. He's got to have a run here. Doesn't need to make the move into church. He can make it on the way out of church. Or he could tag the barrier and give SRI a run up the hill. Gonna give it a slipstream, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of contact and SRI's just backed off there because he felt at fault for Conrad going into the barrier.
Interesting that your sources connected to SRI are faster than my sources were connected to Demon R.
Waiting on the move on Nelly.
Yeah, that he is. So I think, is it Nelly? I think Nelly, Jason and Artpal all pitted at the same time, I think. No, Nelly pitted at the same time. Yeah, no, Nelly and Artpal pitted at the same time. Jason and Demon R pitted at the same time. That's correct. Okay, so, and I think all of them are going to be trying to get to the end. Jason looking like he's going a little bit defensive down into the bottom corner of the hairpin. Okay, so this then looks like what we've got set for the battle to the end. SGP leading, Steve F1 second place, Conrad third, SRI 4, Artpal 5th here, and then we've got Jason, Nelly. Oh no! Maybe doesn't think the tyres could get to the end. Stephen R having a look up the inside, but Nelly's got the slipstream. Oh, Jason looking at the inside as well, or perhaps defending. The white car to go.
Yeah, he doesn't get that switch back. You know why English people are bad at chess?
I think I've told this joke, but go on.
Because they lost their queen.
Yeah, I told that joke. Yeah, go on. There's a second part to it. Oh, why can't Americans play chess? Yeah, chess. Because they lost their 2 towers, yeah.
Why can't my little brother play chess?
Because of the bishops. I ruined one of the bishops, finally.
I shaved my pubes into a Hitler moustache.
Oh my god.
I call my penis the dictator.
Oh. I thought you'd call it the spud gun. Okay, Demon R up alongside Nelly, up the inside of Nelly. Overtook him into that corner a few laps ago. They had pitted. Okay, so battle for 4th definitely on. SRI have been pitted, not exactly sure where he's come out. I'm interested to see though if Formula Gary, Critical and Twilight can catch up to these guys as Nelly did to Wheel, because let's see, Nelly won't really be getting boost here, it's too close, but Gary and the other cars will, so they might be able to close that gap up, you know, right towards the end of the race.
Yeah, but trying to say, we're booking Demon R from here. He's usually up at the front, and it's just not the second time Connor's turned up and outperformed Demon R.
Well, yeah, maybe. Okay, Nelly on the back of Demon R. Demon R having a look at the inside of Jason, and doesn't go for it on that occasion. It definitely looks like these three at the moment aren't trying to take any risk. And I mentioned about whether Formula Gary will catch up, and the answer is yes, because he did just appear in the screen. Get ready for him. There it is. So
who's behind Gary? Do we know? No.
critical.
So,
Yeah,
critical.
yeah, he's clean. Well, this has been a very calm, calculated battle so far. Let's see what happens when Gary gets there. Okay, Demon R still on the back of Jason. Artpal still got a bit of a gap to Jason. If Demon R goes for a move on Jason here, they could lose a bit of time. Nelly's now under pressure from Gary. This is where I hope Gary realises that the boost will come off. Jason having a look up the inside. Artpal keeping it tight. Demon R going round the outside. Gary up the inside of Nelly. What a move!
Oh, damn that.
Oh, couldn't
I'll
keep
just
it.
wait. I think he had a wee bit of contact with Demon Arm. Couldn't get on the power because he didn't want to push Demon Arm wide as we come up this hill. Oh, side by side with Gary and Nelly.
Yeah, Jason, he got the move done. It was a very risky one up the inside, the tight line into that hairpin. As we can now go into the penultimate corner. Jason's got a bit deep. That might not be too bad, but he could be a sitting duck here. It's on the pack cam. We're now on board with Formula Gary. So Demon R, he didn't really bump draft Jason the last lap. He's bump drafted Artpal now.
Oh. Well, where's Jason gone?
He's okay. These two have got a good run on the back of Jason here. Artpal goes right. Demon R goes left. 3 wide. Here we go. Can they all get through? Jason's car's moving around a little bit, isn't it? Oh, yeah, a little bit of lag coming in.
Demon R, has he got past? It looks like Demon R's got past that. Artpal, I think, has got past, yeah. Now we've got Gary on the back of Jason now. Is he going to go for a move? It looks like it, but I think Jason's just covered that off into that corner.
Critical though, he's gone for the move on Nelly, managed to get that done. He has just bumped the back of Gary though, that slowed him down a little bit. Interesting bit of racing there though, down the main straight. Demon R bump drafting Artpal, and they both got past Jason. Nelly, has got back past the head of Critical. He's getting very feisty now, as we've only got a couple of laps left to go. And we've got both cameras looking at this action, so clearly there's not a lot happening. Up at the front, I think there might be a lot happening here though. It's the 2x2 to the airpin. Breathe it. Oh, that was boring.
Yeah, boring. Nice. Well done, guys.
Yeah, well, now you've cursed it now, haven't you? Yeah, SRI's on his way. Oh no, yeah, cursed it. We're coming up to the right-hand kick into the fast left-hander. Gary and Jason, a little bit of a touch. Gary's wide into the wall. Artpal's into the wall. Nelly's into the wall. Critical's into the wall. Oh no.
Oops.
Yeah, talk about commentators curse. Bloody hell. Oh, Nelly.
Oh, Nelly. Oh, I thought Gary was getting nailed to the wall.
Oh, God. Okay, so I had a Schwarzenegger then, I didn't mean to. Okay, Artpal's got to run on Nelly, but SRI's got to run on Artpal. Side by side, they go down towards the first corner. Please nobody go diving. No dives. Nicely done. Keep it tidy here. It's going to be tricky, but they all get through. Do they? Yes, they do.
Right. I think Artpal tried to go around Nelly, but SRI was there.
A couple of wobbles on the way through the corners. Critical's caught back up. So each of the guys that had the crash there at the kink is now back in this battle somehow. Jason got breakaway.
You wait at the trucks. You don't want that.
Artpal's tyres is suffering a bit now as well. Oh, it's Critical. His tyres, I think, are going to be suffering as well. SRI pulls out from behind Nelly, but Nelly pulls back in front. Jason is activated TARDIS mode.
Freeway them.
Nelly! Yeah, Nelly was a little bit hot into that braking zone. And then I think SRI pulled to the back of Jason. Not a lot he could do about it. Jason gets back into his position. Oh, that lag is now really starting to kick in a bit. I thought he was a goner then.
No, he's still there.
Okay, on the...
See, Apple's got past them. Apple's went deep.
Oh, SRI's gone
Critical's-
deep as well.
I think he was avoiding critical.
Okay, Jason may have a run on Arpal here because of Arpal going a bit wide. Whoa! But Jason might be on a different racetrack at the moment. The leaders are spread out. We saw them on the pack cam a moment ago. Keep an eye on that too. Keep an eye on the leaders.
Final lap. They're on the final lap as well.
Yep, that
I
we
don't know if
are.
you're mentioning.
Okay, so Jason defended Arpal down into the first. Jason's gone! Jason, what a move! Oh, Nelly's in the gravel. Oh, SRI into the back of Nelly. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, no. Oh, you know what? I've got the perfect word to describe that. Gratrunka. Oh! I think Arpal may have just nerfed Jason a little bit wide. Critical's under pressure from Gary. It's a little bit odd that the lag for Jason is... I mean, he may not be seeing the lag. We're definitely seeing the lag, and I think the drivers are seeing the lag. I mean, it was absolutely fine for, what, 16, 17 laps, and then just at the last... I don't know whether like someone's got home and turned the popcorn on. Yeah, definitely.
The Wi-Fi popcorn.
Oh!
Jason must have turned on the popcorn because he's popcorning around.
It is, yeah. Okay, I think, I don't know if Jacob got a little bit deep there, maybe did. Arpal definitely ended up a bit deep. That battle is on the pack cam because Critical got back ahead of Arpal. SGP though, he's going to make it 4 wins in a row. He's done a 4-lap stint, an 8-lap and an 8-lap. He's almost out of fuel, he's almost out of tyres. He's definitely not out of the championship as he takes the victory. Steve F1, similar conditions, second place Conrad. What a ball ache for Demon R. Conrad turns up once again, finishes ahead of him. So Demon R, 4th place, well, Conrad. Who's going to be 5th? Is it Jason? Is it Doctor Who? Is it Critical or Arpal? Oh, that wasn't lag. That was just a swerve, as he was crossing the line. Nelly in 8th. Twilight passing Gary. Go on. No, he got ahead after the hairpin. And you know what? We didn't see SRI crossing the line there. I think we may have had a DNF right at the end for SRI. Bit of a shame that one. I mean, what I will say is right now that I do know a report has been put in about Jason's lag at turn 1. So the stewards are going to have a look at that. Yeah, I do want to quickly say as well though, cracking race. However, I do quickly want to mention that in the driver's room after the race, which has only just taken place, I know there was a few comments about Jason's lag, and I'm being told that Demon R may have come across a bit blunt in telling the drivers that if they have been affected by Jason's lag, then to send it to the page and don't just say, oh, look at all of the final lap. Unfortunately, guys, you have to be specific because... sorry, hang on, let me get this right. Apologies if Demon R, myself, sounded aggressive, offensive or rude when I said send it to the page in detail. I should have used more words, Ray, and those words should have been, please, if you're going to send it to the page, which I would highly recommend you do, please don't just say look at all of lap 20, because as a steward we can't look at that because we could see anything while looking at that lap. And then we'd be like, well, are we meant to be looking at that as well, and that, and this, and that, and what about that? And, well, I've seen this, do we have to look at that as well? And we simply can't do it, which is why we would politely ask that you are specific with your reports. What lap it is, what time it is, what happened. And the time is actually the key point. What time and what happened. So, yeah, do it that way, please. Anything to add on that one, Ray?
No,
Okay.
I think you covered it all.
Okay. We're talking about covering things. If A is for apple and B is for banana, what is C for?
Coconut.
No, plastic explosives.
Alright.
Yeah.
Do you know I learned an interesting fact?
Oh God, go on.
Osman bin Laden had a favourite football team.
Osmond bin Laden. Who the fuck's he?
Osama bin Laden.
Osama.
Osama, yeah.
Go on then. Come on.
The New York Jets.
Oh. Oh. You know, he actually studied in England. You know. I think it was like
It's England's fault.
it's Oxford or Cambridge or something like that. Okay. I remembered something recently. Because I've stopped drinking, my memory has been coming back to me. Not that it took me 10 minutes to remember what I've done in the race, but there we go. And it reminded me when I had my last girlfriend, a long time ago, that she hated it when I'd sing. And I didn't believe her when she said to me that she would leave me if I didn't stop singing songs by the Monkees. But then I saw her face!
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, on that bombshell, I suppose we should congratulate the Steves for first and second place. Well done to Connor. Tricky racetrack that, so well done to everybody for getting round. It's even more difficult when we have got a car lagging. So unfortunately for Jason, we'll see what happens with Stuart. I don't know what he can do, but it's definitely odd that it was fine for like 16, 17 laps, and then it got laggy. So it could have been somebody else connecting to his internet at that time, which, if it was, unfortunate. Next track.
I don't know.
Got me thinking there. Oh no, it's not that one.
Did we do 3 laps on it? I
Yep.
can't fucking remember.
Yep, we did.
What one was that?
That was race 7. That was Sardegna.
Koto Yamagawa.
Tokyo, Yamagiwa. Oh no, not Tokyo. It's Kyoto. It's Kyoto because it's technically Tokyo. It's a made-up track. So anyway, but yeah, brilliant track in these cars, which reminds me, Fuzz Zone. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that because I called that out.
Yeah. I'm going to have a look actually to see if the old Fuzz explanation video is still available, because if it is, it will save me having to redo it. But yeah, I'll make a note of that. So if I remember, which I probably won't, I will add in the Fuzz information video between me and Ray chatting and checking out the confirmed race result and the championship standings, if I remember. So I'll add it to my notes. Fuzz into comms. That sounds like a dodgy bit of a innuendo. Okay. So Fuzz Zone, for anyone that doesn't know what that is, it is a zone where you are not allowed to overtake for bloody good reason. And I mean, interesting, without going into the details of it, I actually think it's worked. The Fuzz Zone places where we've implemented it, it has not only worked for those races, I think on a bigger scale, it's worked at other places, like other situations where drivers may think, you know what, I might not be in the best position here. But yeah, now I've said that, it's going to be a disaster. We'll see how we get on. Anything else we want to add? Go on.
I don't know. What? I said what? When you said oh?
We need to do a car announcement. I'm not going to do it now, but we've got a car announcement coming very, 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 very soon. And after we're doing commentary right now, the admins are getting together to deal with the stewarding and looking at finalising some of the finer details of the championship. So hopefully that all of that information will be coming out very, very soon. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So keep an eye out for that, folks. And last point I want to make before we go and look at the fuzz and then the standings is I just want to say that irony is the opposite of wrinkly.
Is it?
Ow! I've just stabbed myself with a pen. Okay. I think we might be done there, right?
Okay.
Okay. Good stuff.
Well, yep, thanks for having us. And yeah, we'll see what happens with Jason and his lag. I don't know what we can do.
No. We will, we'll find out when we go and have a chat about it. So keep an eye out on the Facebook page for the Stewards update on that one. Right. Thank you, Ray. And yeah, let's go and have a look at a fuzzy zone and then the points.
Ta-da!
Confirmation of the race result then, SGP with the victory, maximum 20 points. Steve F1 second place on 17. Conrad finishing third with 15 points, and then Demon R in fourth on 13. Jason is in fifth place, no sixth place, no fourth place, no fifth place. Or was it eighth? No, it's fifth place. Jason fifth, 12 points. There was a report placed on Jason. I'll get to that in a few moments' time. Critical in 6th place, 11 points for him. Artpal in 7th place, 10 points for him. 8th is Nelly with 9 points. Then we've got Twilight in 9th place with 8 points. Formula Gary in 10th on 7 points. And then SRI did not finish, retired in the last lap there. Okay, yeah, Jason's report, it was placed about the final lap, turn 1, with his lag, which was quite bad when we saw it. There's no further action regarding any kind of penalties, though. Check out the race report, the stewards report for that on the Facebook page. But we have had a look at Jason's footage and we have had a chat with him, and we'll be seeing what we can do going forwards. Steve F1 then topping the standings still, but only by 2 points now. So right battle down to the wire with 2 races to go. Demon R, so SGP in second place at 126 points. Demon R in third on 103 points. Critical now up to fourth place on 71 points. SRI, if he'd have scored some points, may have kept that fourth place, but he didn't. So he's in fifth place on 65 points, and he's now in range of Nelly and Artpal, who are both on sixth place with 61 points each. Jason in 8th place, 47 points for him. He's 5 ahead of Jimmy. He's in 9th on 42 points. Rich Blues in 10th place on 36 points, with Jimmy and Rich not racing. I think they've both dropped down, or at least Jimmy has. Rich now only 1 point ahead of Twilight, who's in 11th place on 35 points. Conrad in 12th place, 30 points for him. He's 2 ahead of Bob, who's in 13th. And then we've got a bit of a gap to Gary in 14th place on 19 points, and then Hay in 15th on 15 points. But let's not forget, Hay has only been able to make 2 races. Gary missed, I think, the first 2 or 3 through some technical issues for one of the races at least. Okay, as I mentioned, 2 races left to go. A little bit of a treat as well. If you haven't seen it, the next championship has been revealed. The video is on YouTube, but I might just add it into this as well. I think I said that about the fuzz too, but I'm not going to put the video in for the fuzz because it would take quite a bit of editing and it's just not really worth it. The video is available on YouTube and we will make that re-aware to everybody. So For anyone that doesn't remember, the next track is Kyoto, Yamagiwa 2, I believe it is. And at that track, we have a fuzz zone, which is a no overtaking zone. And the details of that will be shared with the drivers. And when we get to commentary, obviously, we'll be able to explain that as well. Okay, as I mentioned, only 2 races left to go. The title fight well and truly going to the wire. No idea which driver is going to come out on top. But the best way to find out is to join us for the action. So that's all for today. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you all again soon.
Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night? Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah.